life is pretty good at the time being. It's so funny because being pregnant or just being just regular Alicia, my hormones go back and forth. So one day I could be happy and perfectly fine, and the next day I'm just like emotional and just whatever, or hormonal, just whatever. And usually the only person I really just always focus on and get mad at now is my partner, since I live with him. So I'm like, no, I don't like you no more. It's like, sorry, it's gonna be pointed towards you more often because I live with you. So I'm like, it's just my hormones and my emotions, and I'm just like, I just go up and down. It's funny. It fluctuates the emotions. It's like I love you, but then I'm like hormonal, so I'm like, then I'll be mad or upset or aggravated or annoyed at something at least of him or by him or etc. So it's like so funny and hurtful. But I do love him. We will be fine. Lord knew that we would meet, and we dated for going to be 6 years on March 2021. So we'll be together for 6 years almost. And our son's coming. Due date January 5th, January 6th, somewhere. What's one of those days of 2021? But like I said, I'm praying he'll be born on week 39 when he's week 39 at the end of December 2020. That'd be so amazing. But God knows. Any day, perfect day, but as long as he passes 37 weeks where he has that perfect lung development. So he's ready to come home with me, mom and daddy. As soon as we're done birthing, when we heal and we stay in there for a couple days, whatever. But yeah, so it's so funny. Like yesterday was pretty good. I went to go see Ronnie race. I woke up at 4 in the morning, Sunday, yesterday. I had to go pee like always. When you're pregnant, you gotta pee anyways. But woke up at Sunday 4 a.m. so I couldn't go back to sleep. And then he was gonna go motocross racing. I didn't know if I was gonna go or not, but I ended up going. So I made some oatmeal, took our dogs, and we went. And it was chilly and cold, and it turned out to be fun. I'm glad I got to watch him ride at 34 weeks pregnant. I'm 35 weeks pregnant tomorrow, and yeah, and then so today's Monday now. So that was yesterday, Sunday. And now today's Monday. He went back to work, and I just been chilling with the dogs and starting Daniel. I already finished Revelations for the Bible study. Me and my mom and my aunt are doing for Matthew 11:12, our ministry, and because Daniel is similar to Revelation, so we're reading that. Now we're reading Daniel since I finished, like I said, Revelations. But yeah, so I read 2 chapters at least right now in Daniel chapter 1 and chapter 2, and what was I doing? What did I do this morning? Oh, I'm doing laundry. Doing Babes in my laundry, and then his work clothes separate, and just chilling. Made some cream of wheat. I'm trying to eat healthier and less junk now, definitely, because I've been getting more sicker now, pregnant wise. I'm like, my stomach hurts, or I just get headaches, dizzy spells, or just cramps and odds and ends and everything, leg cramps. This morning I woke up again pretty decently early. Thank goodness, not too bad. So last night I took a nap. Oh gosh. So Sunday night I took a nap because I was just so tired from waking up early, being up since 4 in the morning, watching him ride. So we were in the heat, but also the wind and cold at the same time. So a mixture of the weather. So I was like so tired. So like at 7, I took a nap and I was asleep for an hour. Then Butthead woke me up. Babe, I'm like, you could have just let me sleeping for the whole night, but okay. But he woke me up, and so I drank some tea, and then we watched some comedy movie, Beer Fest. He thinks that movie's funny, so I put that on and just chilled, being awake for a little bit more, and then we went to sleep. And like I said, now today, Monday, I woke up at, not too bad though, thank goodness. I woke up, I think probably like around 5 a.m. Like 5:30, so not too shabby. It's not as bad, so I've been up since then now, because like taking naps for me is really hard. I'm surprised that was the first pregnancy nap I got to take yesterday, so that was lovely. The end of week 34, being pregnant, that I got to take one nap, because like every time I try, I'll like dim the lights or close the curtains and take off the TV, and of course I'll be off my phone and I'll try, and then he starts kicking and moving. He's like, nope, no naps for you, mama. So he already loves me to be awake and tired. It's so hurtful and funny. I'm like, mommy loves you so much, but I need a nap. Yesterday I told him, no, this is one time I need a nap. I just was like so drowsy. My head was like hurting. I just felt like no energy. But I was like, I'm gonna die if I don't take a nap. I was like, I literally am. I'm gonna die. Because I was like, my body was just so drained. Because, you know, now I never sleep in ever, of course. And now I never pass like, I only get like 4 hours of sleep usually now. So I'm like, I never pass that. And of course, obviously, when he's here, blah, 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 it'll be worse, etc. I gotta change diapers like every, you know, whatever, timing and whatnot. But yeah, I was like, I love you, son. Just let mommy sleep. And he was kicking me. But I ended up passing out anyways, thank goodness. I was like, I love you, son, but mommy just needs to sleep because he's in my tummy, obviously. But I'm like, and I did, which was like, thank heavens. And I slept pretty decent, like I said. But then I woke up like hormonal and grumpy again at Babe. I'm like, no, I don't love you anymore again. just because men could be aggravating and annoying. And what I mean by that is like, men are so insensitive. And just like, I wish that, I'm like, okay, I understand men don't want to express their feelings to you. I'm like, that's perfectly fine. But what I do wish is like, I wish you could be best friends in a relationship like it should be. I wish that you could talk about everything, like finances, like life, like how you doing, how you handling the pregnancy on his end and my end, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Just talk a bit more. All I want to be able to do is just us talk a bit more. And I trust him, of course, but then to fully trust him, because like I said, he has a best friend that's a male, and them talking, I'm like, that's fine. But if he tells him things that he don't tell me and that aren't like important stuff, then I am gonna get mad. And like, if he still talks to his female best friend that he had years ago, then I am gonna get mad, because I'm gonna be like, we hardly talk, me and you, and we're gonna be 6 years together as a couple, and we're having a baby. So I'm like, you need to be able to talk to me. You could talk to other friends, and even if they're females, that's fine. But like, if you talk to them in paragraphs and express your feelings, and they make you happy to conversate with, and I don't even want to be with you in that case. Then I don't even want to be with you, because what would be the point in that? That's not a relationship. That's like, what the heck am I here for? Just to stare at you and that's it? And our whole relationship was based on giggity, and like most nowadays relationships. And you know, because now giggity ends when you're pregnant and having a kid, of course. And if you know what I mean by giggity, the generation of giggity, you guys want to, you know, a whole parent-adult thing. Yeah, you're finally playing! Go, mama, go! Woo! But anyways, so, like I said, I trust him, but then I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, sometimes, boy, I don't trust you, because his phone's just a dangerous object. I'm serious sometimes. I'm like, I love you, but men are just a whole different species. But he already straight up knows I will leave him and be a single mom if I need be for our son. And of course, let him visit his son if we did end up breaking up in this life. But I'd be like, you know, I will flat out leave you with our boy. Because I'd be like, are you serious? We're not a vagina. And you don't need to rely on a woman to talk to, or et cetera, et cetera. Or if you're going to talk to a female best friend more than you do your partner, to me, right there, boom, that's already cheating, and that's already the worst. It's like, okay, so you could tell her anything and everything, but you can't even tell me one sentence or one text or anything like that. I'd be like, that is what I find aggravating. That is what I'm going to hate you for. That is what I'm not going to like this relationship for. That's what's going to break the relationship apart. That's what's going to be like the end of us. But men just don't talk. Or they talk to I see a lot of men talk to their girlfriends or wives like smart asses, and I'm like, see, this is what I mean. Like, why does he have to be a smartass to his wife? That's exactly what I mean about men. It's like you just want to punch him in the face. It's just like, why are you being a smartass? Like, especially when a woman's just trying to talk to you. Men are just like, and they don't want you to talk to them, and they just want to do their own thing and their own. Then that's fine too. You like what you like. You want to fix your car, fix your Jeep, truck, whatever, dirt bike, motorcycle. Whatever your interest is as a man, that's fine, of course. You could be an independent self, of course. You do what you do, that's fine as yourself. You could still like your own interests, even as a parent, even as a wife or husband or a girlfriend or boyfriend, that's fine too. But at the same time, you got to make sure that you conversate with them, that your relationship's solid, that you're talking with them, and they trust you fully. If you're not working in a relationship, and to make sure that your partner fully trusts you fully, then like then you didn't even belong in a relationship. Because it's like, if your partner like doubts you even a little bit, you'd be like, why? You know, you would work at that to fix that problem. Trust me fully, I will never do anything to hurt you. Trust me fully, I will never do this, blah blah blah. I'd be like, thank you, that's much better relief system right there. It's like, that's much better. But men, of course, don't. Of course, they're just like statues and never talk or say anything and blah blah blah. But or what's really dumb, is men are just the weirdest species ever, I swear. Or they'll just be like, oh, that girl's hot. Well, Ronnie used to do that, but now he knows I'll knock his shit out. I will knock him out. I'm like, that is just rude and disrespectful to say in front of your partner and wife. I will knock any man out, I swear. I don't care. I'm like, that's disrespectful. Like, do that on your own time and with your guy friends by yourself. You don't do that in front of a woman's face. That's like saying you're blah blah blah. That's like gonna break the code and break your self-esteem by talking about your Yahoo or something like that, to make you feel low about yourself, because that makes women feel low about themselves. I hate when men do that. But I gotta do video too, because this one's gonna be too long.